Good morning and welcome to Saturday. Do you remember Saturday mornings when you were a child? You may have to reach back, but you can definitely find a day that it was pure freedom. There was no school, there was no work, there was only play. There was no thought of what was going to happen next week. The mind was populated only with the things that you could do today, and it was all good. People talk about Saturday morning cartoons. I wasn't really a Saturday morning cartoon boy. There's nothing wrong with it, but I would just wake up and the moment I was out of bed, I was getting on my bike. My bike had pegs. I'm going to my friend's house. I need to pick up my friend. My friend's not home. That's fine. Go to a different friend's house. Next thing you know, I'm riding through town on my bike, and my friend is on the pegs. We are looking for adventure. Or my friend is riding the bike and I'm on the pegs for whatever reason, and we're still looking for adventure. And the adventure might be we find more of our friends, we get a team of people. And with that team of people, we challenge other kids to football or wiffle ball or basketball. Or there's not a lot of people available that day, and so we go out into a random forest, we explore, and we find a place that seems to be hidden. We make that our new hideout. And then we go back to our house, we steal chairs from our parents, we take the chairs to the place that we've made into our hideout. Or we go into an abandoned house just to figure out what's going on in the abandoned house. It doesn't matter because we weren't thinking about it. The only intention was there was an adventure within the day, and it's not as though we were choosing the adventure. The adventure was always choosing us. And with that, this morning I was watching the sun rise. And it was a blue sky. There were birds chirping. Squirrels were scurrying around, stealing the birds' food out of the bird feeder. And the whole thing was just so beautiful. But it seemed like there was a barrier between me and the beauty. I knew it was beautiful. I could see the beauty, but it's like the beauty wasn't reaching and it wasn't within me. It's like I can only see the beauty on the surface, but it's not nourishing me. It's not coming into me. I almost feel like I'm in this, that I can see this beautiful place, but I'm in a place that is different. And I was like, what's going on there? Why would that be the case? Why can't I remember beauty like I once could? Why can't I remember beauty like these Saturday mornings of pure freedom? Mind is only populated with what is good, what is excellent, what is fun, play. And then I was watching the sunrise, and it almost seemed like there was a cloud of smoke between me and the sunrise. And I was like, oh, the reason why the beauty that I can witness and see isn't coming into me is because that which I perceive out into the world is a spiritual warfare. I've come to view life as spiritual war. It's like a battlefield, and the smoke that is between me and the sun, blocking my vision, is the smoke from all of the battles taking place. And I was like, but it's Saturday morning. Can I have reprieve from the spiritual battle on Saturday morning? And then I thought of a specific Bible verse that I think about this Bible verse often, and I always wonder, what does this mean? Because Jesus is with his disciples, and they are like, hey, Jesus, you need to eat. We've eaten some food. I think we need to get you some food as well. We can tell you haven't eaten in a while. And Jesus is like, no, I don't need food. I don't need the same kind of food that you guys are eating right now. My food is doing the will of the one who sent me. Doing the will of the one who sent me. And then you think about a good meal. How is food doing the will of the one that sent me? Sometimes we have a good meal, we haven't eaten in all day. Dinner comes, we eat a nice, warm, nourishing meal, and your emotions go from whatever state that they were in to happy, content, nourished, num 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 num, happy. I'm happy. And it's like I see that doing the my food is doing the will of the one that sent me. I see a spiritual nourishment, or I see physical sustenance, eating a good meal, as being a thing that nourishes me. And maybe happy isn't the right word, but definitely grateful, blessed, nourished, content. Those are the results of eating a good meal. And so it's like, what is the will of the one that sent me? And am I am I actually doing it? Am I actually living it? Because life does seem to be this spiritual battlefield. And when you witness that and you see all of the evil within the world, all of the tyranny, all of the suffering, there's part of us that we feel like that is our purpose, to contend against it. We want to fix that problem. It's a problem. It breaks our heart. We want to fix that problem. But then when you try to fix that problem, you become a soldier on the spiritual battlefield. And it's like, but it's Saturday. Can we have reprieve from the spiritual battlefield, the spiritual war on Saturday? What is closer to life? The way that I'm viewing Saturday right now, where there's a cloud of battlefield smoke rising up and dimming the sun in front of my eyes, or the way that I viewed the world when I was a child, and everything that was in my mind was excellent, and only thoughts of the day ahead, and only thoughts of play, and all of the ways that I could play, and just letting the adventure take me. What was real? The dread of fighting this spiritual war that I'm feeling now, or play, life, freedom? You've heard that it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war, but that is not so. That is not so. I mean, you can just imagine a warrior who is in a garden. He's in a beautiful place with life blossoming all around him, but he's hunched over his sword. He's preparing for the enemy to come and attack him. But he's not in a war. The war is within him. The battle has entered into him. And a gardener doesn't care about any of that. A garden just wants to plant his seeds that are going to grow lilies and lilacs and tulips and carrots, fruit and vegetables that nourish us. It would be better to be a gardener in a war, because is the purpose of the war that we exist in, the spiritual battle, is it to fight the battle or to win the battle? Well, if you're a warrior, you're going to fight the battle, and somehow the battle is omniscient. Within this world, the battle is always occurring. You can always jump back into the battle, but then the battle is never won. It's just always being fought. Imagine if the world were a battlefield, but everybody had become gardeners. The world would cease to be a battlefield at all. It'd cease to be any sort of war, because nobody's fighting it. Nobody's fighting the war. But if the fundamental nature of the world were a garden, which it seems to be, but everyone is a soldier on lookout for the enemy coming to attack them, having no freedom, having no excellence in their mind, worried, nervous, afraid, trying to take the things that they want and impose their will, then the reality becomes a war. This food, the food is doing the will of the one that sent me. We can see that there is a spiritual battle happening, but our purpose relative to the spiritual battle isn't merely to fight it, it is to win it. And the paradox is the way that the battle is fought, or the way that the battle is won, is by turning the other cheek, letting go. Letting go of your life, that is how you gain it. Not trying to guard your life, that is how you lose it. It doesn't matter to an extent if the world is a battlefield, because the battle has been won in Jesus Christ. The battle has been won. And so we can go back to doing what we were doing as children, not worrying about tomorrow. Tomorrow will have enough worries for its own. There is a day ahead, and within this day ahead, there is life. Isn't life much more than the physical food that we will eat, the physical drink that we will drink? Isn't life much more than that? Yes, but what is it? What is it? Life is a mystery. Life is existence. Life is the light of the sun that you see so clearly, and the light comes into you when the smoke from the battlefield that has consumed you, when the darkness of the world has clouded your vision, somehow that smoke goes away. You see the light of the sun, and you see the true light of God, and that beauty comes within you. And it's the opposite. Life is the opposite of the advice culture that we live in right now. Everybody wants to tell you what you should do and who you should be. But it's like when Jesus Christ was fasting in the desert, Satan came up to him and said, "Here, take this bread or take this stone and turn it into bread. I can tell that you're hungry right now, so take this stone, turn it into bread, and eat it." And Jesus is fasting out there, and he says, "Men don't live by bread alone. Men live from every word that flows from the mouth of God." And the words that flow from the mouth of God, you find those in the Bible, and you find that through experience as well. Not through living vicariously through other people, not through advice that comes from other people, but from you stepping into the world in small ways or large ways, and not creating an adventure that takes you to where you want to go, but answering the call to adventure. It is God calling you. And that will be a small adventure or a large adventure. But typically what happens is the small adventure takes you to a larger adventure. But you have to take the first leap to begin with. The leap that we would take on a Saturday morning when we were children. And we weren't trying to dictate exactly what happened within the day. Our mind was populated with everything that was good, and we just immersed ourselves in play. We were children. And that is spiritual food. That is doing the will of the one that sent me. What is the will of the one that sent me other than life? The glory of God is man fully alive. We are meant to be fully alive. The spiritual battle in this world, it's won by letting go. By not continuing to fight the spiritual battle, but rather having faith, trust, being alive. Saturday mornings forever. And for now, that's all that I have. Goodbye.